Hello, my name is Franco and I am a medical herbalist and naturopathic doctor. Speaking to you from Trinidad and Tobago, where the legislation is presently being proposed for the control of cannabis and may decriminalize it, making it not a criminal offense. That's what they say. However, if you look at the proposed draft legislation, that's far from what they're actually doing. It's important that we know what they're doing so we can take action. I already spoke about what law is supposed to do and what law is not supposed to do. And I said that law is not supposed to protect us from the environment. It's supposed to protect us from people and to protect us and our property from people's actions. The environment, however, needs to be protected from human beings, and there are laws for that. But we don't need to be protected from nature. I went on part 2 to talk about the authority and the establishment of an authority to control marijuana, where we have various authorities in Trinidad and they're dysfunctional, and I'm suggesting we don't need any more authorities except maybe a pothole authority. But now I want to speak about some parts of the proposed bill. And one is that they have outlined the prescription and use of what they're calling medical marijuana. Now, in a preamble to the document, they specify cannabis as any part of the cannabis plant and whatever. But first of all, cannabis, if you say cannabis, it's like saying citrus. Right? When you say citrus, citrus is the genus of all the fruits that we know as the grapefruit and orange, lemons, mandarins, Portugals, and so forth. So if you say cannabis, that's a genus of a number of different plants. And one of those plants that fall under the genus of cannabis is hemp. And many of you would know that hemp is more or less devoid of all THC. It's 0.03% or something. So not enough to get you high. You couldn't consume enough to have you feeling euphoric. And that's another point. You know, they say, oh, this gives you a euphoric high. I don't see a problem. Euphoria is a feeling of bliss and a feeling that everything is well and you feel nice. And I wonder, what is the problem if people take something and feel euphoric? I mean, that's a nice way to feel, I would think, right? Anyway, to get back to this regulation about medical cannabis. So they want to control medical cannabis. So in one respect, they speak about cannabis as being everything under cannabis, which is incorrect. And then they go on to talk about medical cannabis. You have to have a prescription for medical cannabis, and you have to have a license to grow medical cannabis, and you have to have a license to import and export medical cannabis, and so forth, and to dispense medical cannabis. So they have taken cannabis, expressly condemned all the species under cannabis, and they've created a new cannabis called medical cannabis. Now, medical cannabis does not exist in nature. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as medical cannabis in nature. Man has taken the plants, cannabis sativa and cannabis indica, because those are the two plants that give the THC as well as the CBD. And that is what people want, to feel good or to help them with health problems and so forth. And they've taken it, they've said, first of all over the world, illegal. Don't use it. You cannot use this thing that God put here. Because you'll feel good. You'll feel euphoric, right? And then they take the plant, alter the genes, alter the growing conditions in very controlled environments, and said, okay, now we're going to let this one be prescribed by doctors, by medical doctors. I'm a medical herbalist, and nowhere in the legislation here is any provision for the prescribing by a medical herbalist or an naturopathic doctor. It's not going to be prescribed by medical doctors. How insane. All along the medical doctors told us what? Don't use the herbs. The herbs don't work, right? Don't waste your money. Come to us and get the real medicine. Now, they're being given the authority to prescribe the herb marijuana. Medical marijuana, sorry, right? And the pharmacies, I have a dispensary, I have the biggest and best dispensary in the whole of the Caribbean in herbs. Not cannabis, but in herbs, right? And I am going to be dying, I am not going to have access to this medical marijuana or otherwise, right? Because it's going to be controlled by this authority and it's going to be given to pharmacies to prescribe, to dispense with, right? This is all madness. This is all crazy, right? You cannot go and cultivate the plant. They want you to have 4 male plants. Was that a joke? That has to be a joke. What are they doing? Right? You say you can't grow these plants, you have to grow medical marijuana. So you can't grow it how God put it on this earth. Right? You have to grow it how they say to grow it, and it'll be called medical marijuana, and they will control it. Right? That's crazy. Anyway, in the next part I'm going to talk about the fines imposed for breaking the law, and the fines for the license holders who break the law. And you will see how ludicrous this whole thing is. Okay? So tune in to the next part. Bye.